so always dread that. I start the class and I can't see whether it was recording or not. I have to do it all again. Okay, so I hope everybody's okay, all good and well. So we're just going to start with some shoulder rolls. Let's get into those shoulders. I hope everybody's okay. This is week 1 again, I think. Back to week 1. So quickly. So just rolling the shoulders out first of all. Then we're going to get our stance. So taking heels together with the feet slightly out, lift and spread the toes. And then pick up the heels and just place them so they're in line with the toes. And then lift the toes, press down onto the big toe, press down onto the little toe, lift up your knees quite a lot so your thighs are really engaged, slightly engage the glutes, and again just a couple more shoulders there, and then a couple forward. Just releasing those shoulders. And we're going to take it into some side bends, so reaching over and then the other side. So getting into that side body, stretching, releasing, and just warming up. Big side bends. So one more each side. And we're just going to bring the arms up, palms facing down or forward, and then all the way round. So activating back body. So turn the palms back. The palms are facing backwards. As you come center, they're facing down, and then forward, and all the way around, facing forward, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. Again, place the palms, I keep saying palms back, palms down, palms forward, and then all the way round. So it's a bit like what we do on the floor, except we're doing it standing, so it's a full rotation of the shoulders all the way around. And then the other way, so we come out with the palms facing forward, as if you're pushing something down, we come down, and again turn the palms, face them forward, come up, and then pressing down. Couple more. All the way up, and all the way down. One more. Big circles. And then all the way down. And then taking it into the hips. So just take the hands on the hips. We're going to squeeze the bum. Push the hips forward as much as you can. So tucking under. So activating both glutes equally. You may find you might have one that doesn't want to work so much. So try and work on that one. Squeeze the glutes. And then push the bum out. It's a bit like a duck. Squeeze the bum forward. Not sure about the music. And push the bum out. So it's quite a big rock to start with, again, like we did on the floor. Big rock. Tuck under, push out, tuck under, push out. Couple more squeeze, push out. So getting into those hip flexors, getting into that lower back, mobility there. Squeeze it forward, push it out. Couple more. And one more, and then finding somewhere in between. So we're not tucking, we're not pushing out, it's just kind of somewhere in between, slightly engage the glutes. And then just a couple more, just side bends, just to make sure it's nice and warm down the side body. And then we're going to come into the neck. So just taking the hands down by your side, just drop the head over, the right shoulder, just take a couple of rocks there. Just releasing the neck. And then over the shoulder back to centre, and then the other side, just releasing that neck. And then over the shoulder, bring it back to centre. Take the hands back on the hips. Bring the weight into the left leg. Push the foot, point the foot forward, and then send the foot back. The idea is to try and keep nice and stable through that left leg. So push forward, push back. So 3, so we do 8. Out, 4, and out, and 5, and back around. Keep squeezing the bum. 6, that's going to help stabilise the hips. Keep that squeeze going. 7, back. And one more, forward and back, And then take it back to your stance, feet facing forward. Give your hips a little wiggle. And then the other side. So again, really squeeze that glute muscle, both glute muscles actually. So coming round to the back and round to the front. Keep that stability. Round to the back and round to the front. Squeeze. And squeeze. 3. Squeeze. And 4. Keeping upright, so keep the crown of the head pushing up to the ceiling. Losing count now. 6. 2 more. 7. And round. And 8. Round to the back. And then replace that foot down. A few squats. So bring the arms up. Bend the knees. So just keep my back hip distance. Make sure they are facing forward. Pushing down, big toe, little toe. Coming down. And then back up. So coming down. And then squeeze back up. Actually, we could bring the rings in. So if you want to use a ring, you can do. So we're going to push the ring forward as we come down. So squeeze the ring and then push back up. So forward. So really getting into legs, thighs, knees, arms with the ring. Squeezing down. Squeeze. So getting warmed up in those legs. So you can bring in your Pilates breathing if you want to blow and exhale. And then we're going to work slightly different muscles around the hips and the knees. I'm going to take it slightly more apart and just take it slightly out to the side with the feet. So when you come down, a little bit wider maybe, your knees are going to come directly over your toes. So important that happens. Directly over your toes, slightly out. So it's kind of a little plie kind of stance. So coming out and bring it back in. So coming down, inhale back in. Slight bend in the elbows. Make sure your wrists are staying straight as well. Pressing into the base of your fingers. And if you want to go a little lower, go a little lower. Or just stay just a little bend, whatever feels good for you. I need to work my bum. So squeezing back up. Squeeze. Squeeze. So really working those knees and hips. And arms. Got to work those arms as well. The rings are good for that. Get those arms working stronger. Couple more. And then squeeze back up. Bring the feet in and just give that a little walk out. So we're going to use the rings again. We're going to lift the knee. So a bit like we usually do, but with the ring. So we're going to lift the knee and push the ring away. And then bring the ring in, leg comes back down. So again, push ring away, leg comes back down. A little bit of balance, stability. Again, squeeze, back down. One more, squeeze, back down. And then place that foot back down. We're going to go left side. So left knee comes in with a little squeeze, lace back down. So fairly easy, not too challenging. And then one more. Take that back down, and this time we're going to lift the leg and then we're going to bring it back and in and back down. So a little bit more challenging for the glutes, those bums working. So coming up, push the ring forward, take the leg back with a little squeeze, bring it in and back down. I'm going to do alternate legs so we don't wear out one leg. So we're going to bring it in, up as we push forward. Then we're going to bring it in and push that leg back. Bring it in and replace it back down. So again, push the ring forward. Bring the foot back. Squeeze the bum. Bring it back in and replace the foot. Bring the ring back in. So you can keep the ring coming out with little squeezes. You don't have to bring it back in and out. So whatever you prefer to do. So we push the ring forward, we lift the leg. Take it back, squeeze the ring, squeeze the bum, push the heel back. Bring that leg back, up and then replace it back down, bring the ring back in. We'll do one more each side. So lift the right leg up as we push the ring forward. Squeeze the bum as we bring it back. Keep squeezing the ring too. And then bring it back up. Bring the ring in. Bring the leg back down. One more on the other side. So lifting the left leg, push it out. Bring that foot back. Squeeze the bum. Squeeze the ring. Little balance. Testing your balance here. And then bring the knee back in and replace the foot. And then roll the shoulders. So all that could have been done without the ring. You could just maybe take your hands on your hips. So gaze over your shoulder. You maybe have to do that, maybe without using your arms. You maybe, I'm not saying you can. Might be good. Okay, we're going to come down onto our mat. So we're going to start with the feet facing forward, bend the knees. Roll yourself back down. Let the arms go down, and we're just going to roll back up. Just taking a couple of rolls here, releasing the spine before we actually go down. So rolling down, inhale. As we exhale, roll back up. Getting that spine moving, one more inhale. Exhale, drop chin, bend knees, rolling all the way down. And then when you get there, take the hands down, take it down onto your knees. We're going to come side on. Just going to again do a little bit of work into the back. We didn't do a lot when we were standing. So we're going to inhale. As we exhale, tuck the chin round the spine. Inhale into the back. And as we exhale, bring it into neutral. So push sit bones away. Top of the head towards the other wall. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin round the spine. Tuck the tail. Inhale. Exhale, draw the heels of the hands towards the knees. That's going to activate the core a little bit more. Don't drop down. Keep it in neutral. And then one more. Inhale. Exhale, up and round. Inhale. Exhale, push sit bones away. Push top of the head away. Heels of the hands towards your knees. Going to wake up the core muscles a little bit more. Sort of tuck the toes under. Inhale. As you exhale, make sure the shoulders are stacked over the wrists, gripping with the fingers, lift the knees. Just an inch, inhale. Exhale, lower down. And again, inhale. Exhale, coming up. Inhale. Exhale, lower down, one more. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. And then just drop the feet down, just a little stretch for the hips before we go onto our back. So just drop the head down, take a few breaths there on your back. So I'm just going to quick look at the screen. So just rest there. I can't remember how much time. 15, that's good. So just resting there, a couple of breaths. Set the timer again. I'll end up going. Okay, a couple more breaths, just releasing. One more inhale. Exhale, and then roll yourself back up and take it over onto your backs. So just getting into the deep muscles now, like we do at the beginning. So just taking the hands around the ribs, breathing nice and wide into that. And then exhale, pull up your pelvic floor, doing your lower tummy. So really push that breath out, activate this transversus muscle. So again, inhale, exhale, pushing out, not pushing out, breathing out, sorry, inhale, exhale, pulling up, drawing in, couple more, and one more. I'm going to bring the legs out just a little bit. I'm going to take the arms to the ceiling. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to lift the right leg and reach. Inhale, ceiling. Exhale, replace. And again, inhale. Exhale, left leg reach. Inhale, ceiling. Exhale, release. And right leg. And left leg. So it's just bending up the knee, ceiling, and lower. So you're starting to warm for those legs on the floor. And one more, coming up, ceiling, lower, and then on the left side, ceiling and lower. Then we're going to start to extend the legs, so inhale. As we exhale, lift the right leg and the left leg, inhale. As you exhale, extend the right leg, inhale in, exhale the left. So not putting the head right down now, just keep it slightly lifted and just bringing the arms in, ribs to hips. If that feels okay with the neck, if it doesn't, support it. And then we're going to bring the legs together and push the arms and the legs away. Inhale round into our double leg stretch. Again, if you need to put the head down, if you need to support the head, you can just do the legs. You don't have to do the arms if the neck's a little sore. Couple more. And then sweep round, hug in, just a couple of rocks. Okay, into the hips a little bit, so spread, little spread, flex the feet, heels together, bring the knees out and the toes out first of all, and then the knees back in. So we're getting right deep into those hips. So heels together, toes out, knees out, and then bring the knees back in. Again, watch out for that lazy one. Make sure one's not going out more than the other, work on that lazy knee. Out and in, couple more. And then we're going to bring it into full slow double leg stretch, so knees out to the side, inhale, exhale coming up, inhale 100, exhale feet out, arms out, inhale back to 100, exhale down, and again. Couple more. One more here. Now when you come around to 100, we're going to go into 100. Now if you need to support the head right now, do that. It might be a little achy. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. In. And out. Squeeze the knees together. 4 more. 2. And 1. And then bring that in. Take a rock of the head. And don't forget, support that neck. I nearly needed to then. It's quite strong on that neck, so it really does pull and it feels really uncomfortable. Just support it, but just make sure that you are changing arms, so you're not just pumping one arm. Otherwise you just end up with one strong arm. So just taking a couple of rocks there. Just massaging the back. And then drop the feet down. We're just going to come into our bridge. So just taking the feet facing forward, palms are down, flatten through the shoulder blades, inhale. As you exhale, you scoop the tailbone under, towards the back of the knees and lift off. Inhale at the top. Exhale, keep scooping and lengthening that back down. And again, scoop and roll. Inhale. Exhale, back down. Now we're going to bring in the legs with our 3 kicks. So inhale, Exhale, scoop the tail under, lift off. Squeeze the left butt cheek, bring in the right knee. Exhale, 3 breaths. Inhale, knee comes in. Exhale, replace. Squeeze the right butt cheek. Take the left leg up, 3 pulses. Flex and point. So you can flex and point if you want to, or just flex, whatever you want to do. And then take that down. There's no hard rules. Or lengthen that back down. We're going to do it again, each side. So inhale. Exhale, tuck under the tail towards the back of the knees. Inhale, bring in the right knee. Point and flex if you want to. Bring it in, or replace, and then squeeze the right foot cheek, bring that in, point and flex. I'm going to do it wrong there. Flex and point, or just flex. You just want to work your whole leg, you can point and flex, and then take it down. If you're just flexing, obviously you're working a lot more on the back of the leg. If you're pointing, you're working in front of the leg, so you can point and flex, or you can just keep it flexed, or you can point it. Again, no hard rules. Bring the knees in and just take a couple of rocks there. Just releasing the back. And then we're going to rock up over onto our fronts. A bit of work here. So if you want to, you can bring your knees, your ring in, just above your ankle. So again, if you want to pause me at this point, you can. Flex the feet. Slide the ring down. You don't have to use the ring, but it's a little bit extra for those glutes and hamstrings. I'm pretty tight at the moment. The legs, a little bit wider with the legs, with the knees. Resting the head just on the pad. And we're just going to start by just taking a few squeezes as we come up. So coming up on the inhale, squeeze down on the exhale. Inhale up, exhale, squeeze down. So for that activation through the bum and the back of the thighs. So squeeze the bum and kind of help that out. Because if you can really activate the glutes, it's going to stop the hamstrings pinging or not pinging, hamstrings becoming maybe a little cramped. So really work the glutes, otherwise hamstrings kind of take over and they start to sort of that whole cramping thing. So coming up, squeezing down. And then change arm position. So we're going to come up, squeeze the shoulder blades down the back and come down. Couple more. And then full breaststroke. So make sure you've got plenty of room around you. Push forward, inhale round, squeeze. Couple more. And then release your ring. Oh, just started to get a bit cramping back in the leg. I obviously wasn't squeezing my bum enough, was I? Happens to everyone, that one. Push yourself up. Yeah, they don't like working much, those hamstrings in that position, do they? So a little sit back, you shall stretch. So drop the head down and just take the arms around. Just take a few breaths there. Into the back of the body and exhale out. One more. And then roll yourself back up again. Full circle with the arms. Just get into those shoulders. Couple more. Crack, crack, crack. One more. And then just a few sideys. Just to keep released. Always good to do a few stretches in between. And I'm going to take it into our teaser. Side onto our backs again. So So again, lots of options. You can take the back of your knees if you want to. You can come half teaser. So you can just come here if you're not quite ready to come all the way up. Pull your feet away a little bit from the bottom. Flatten for the shoulder blades. Arms up, palms facing in. We're going to inhale, nod. As we exhale, we're going to come up on the exhale. On the inhale, we're going to raise the arms but drop the shoulders. And on the exhale, we're going to come down. All the way down. So make sure you're coming up nice and even. Do not come to one side, otherwise you're just going to work your strong side and you're going to twist your spine. So make sure you come in, even if you have to use your thighs a little bit, take both sides, both back of the thighs, you can do that. Reach up and then down. So a few more, inhale, exhale, coming up. This always gets a little bit of fire in the belly. Coming down and again. Lift arms and slow down. Couple more this way. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more. Ceiling and lower. Then we're going to lift the legs up. So inhale, exhale, coming up. Keep the legs nice and lifted. Lift the arms and then slowly down. So don't let those heels drop down. Keep them in that kind of L shape. Point the toes or flex the feet, doesn't matter. Coming up. As long as they're fairly active, keep them active. Lift the arms. And lower down. We're going to take a couple more here. Inhale, fire in the belly. Exhale, and one more. Coming up. And then you can either continue doing it with your knees bent, or you can drop your feet down. Or if you want to try a full teaser, it's straight legs, legs together, point toes. Inhale, nod. Exhale, coming up, keep the legs nice and strong. Lift arms and lower. Couple more, inhale, nod. Exhale. Legs squeeze together, toes together, inhale. Exhale, down, we'll do one more. Coming up. Inhale, ceiling. Exhale, down. And then bring the knees in. Phew, that's tough. But you should feel you have stomach muscles now. Yes, Sky's moaning. Beginning some moaning noises. There's a dog behind the camera. She's gone. Roar. That's what I feel like doing, Sky. Moaning. Just take a couple of rocks there. And then rocking up. A little bit of upper body. So just take the legs together. Arms behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other, spread the fingers but a little grip with the fingers so you're activating the muscles in the lower arm. That's going to help out the wrists. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other, so really activate those muscles in between the shoulder blades. That's going to help out the shoulders as well, because the stronger you are between your shoulder blades, the more stronger you're going to become in the shoulders, because all those muscles working together are going to help out that shoulder stability. So the more muscles you can activate, the stronger and more balanced your body's going to become. So really squeezing. So don't forget to work those lazy ones as well. So lift the knees up, glue the legs together. All those muscles, inhale. Exhale, coming up. Inhale to hold. Exhale, lower down. And again, inhale. Exhale, squeeze the bum, squeeze the legs. Inhale to hold. Exhale down. Now if you want to continue with that, continue, or you can try a leg lift. So inhale. Exhale, coming up. Inhale there. Exhale, lift the right leg. Inhale down. Exhale, lift the left leg. Inhale down. Exhale, lower. And then left leg first. So inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, right. Left leg. Inhale down. Exhale, right leg. Inhale down. exhale down. Oh, my body's struggling today. I think I'm really getting old. I think it's just getting used to standing again. Hairdressing, it's just so weird. I never realised how active I was till I become inactive. And then you realise, oh my God, I was so active. And now my body's suffering because it's had too much relaxation, I think. So shoulder circles all the way around. And then the other way. So just abduction of the shoulders. One more. And releasing round. And a couple of shoulder rolls. We're getting to the upper body now. Like an old lady. Upper body. So spread the fingers nice and wide. Bring the knees back a little bit. And then bring your body, your shoulders in front of your wrists. You're going to get a lot more out of that. It's going to be a lot easier, because if you try and stack the wrists, it's going to be really hard. So when you're still, it's good to stack, but when you're going to come down, we need to come a little bit more forward. So eyes of the elbows forward too. That's going to get a wrap of the triceps and get the work coming right under those arms into around the serratus area, around by the rib cage, side ribs. We're going to come down for 3. Press up for 1. So we come down for 3 in-breaths. We press up for 1. And again, down for 3 in-breaths. Don't forget all the activation in the lower body too. The bum squeezing, the legs squeezing, the fingers gripping. So we switch on that, those lower arms. Even those lower arms need a little switch on. Otherwise we're just hanging out on the wrists. So the more muscles again you can activate, the better. Struggling. Inhale for 3. Exhale up. 1 more. And push up. Then we're going to do the full exercise from standing. So walking in, tuck the toes under, bring yourself up to standing. Heels go down, feet are facing forward, and then roll yourself up. Now make sure you've got your right stance with your feet. So we'll gap in between the feet. So maybe take the heels together and then bring them round like we did at the beginning. So your toes are in line with your heels. Soften the knees, roll the shoulders a few times. We're going to take it onto the toes to begin with. So we inhale to come up. Exhale, we're going to roll down. Inhale, we walk out for 3. Get your position, so drop your knees down, squeeze your bum. Eyes the elbows forward, coming down for 3. Push up for 1. Down, 2, 3. Squeeze up for 1. Down, 2, 3. Squeeze up for 1. Then we're going to walk back in for 3. And rolling up. And roll the shoulders. Again, onto the toes, inhale. Rolling down on the exhale. Inhale, come out. Get your position, drop your knees, squeeze your bum, squeeze your legs. Forward, eyes the elbows will come down for 3. Up for 1. 1 more. And then inhale, walking in. And coming out. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. Roll the shoulders. I think we do 1 more. Did I say 1 more? I can't remember. We'll do 1 more anyway. Coming down, inhale, coming up. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale, walking out of the hands. Drop the knees, squeeze the bum. Eyes the elbows forward, come down for 3. Exhale up. 1 more. Inhale, walk in. Heels go down, exhale, coming up. Inhale onto the toes. Exhale down. Good. Okay, so coming down, just roll it down anyway, onto the floor again. Coming down onto your knees. We're going to come into our side bend, so a bit of side stretching. So taking The lower leg bent, the heel by the ankle. This hand about in line with that hip. And then taking the hand on the leg, inhale. As you exhale up and over, inhale down, exhale up and over, inhale down, and one more. Then if you want to take a full one, inhale, exhale, glue the legs together, squeeze, coming over, and inhale down. I think we just do 3. Make sure the shoulder is stacked when you come up. And inhale down, and one more. God, it's a big test, isn't it, that one? See how the body's going. And in the other side. So again, you can just stick to the crack if you want to. I think I need to. So spread the fingers on that hand just resting on this knee. Inhale. As you exhale, press for the foot and the lower leg and reach up and over, big stretch down side body, and then inhale down, and again coming up and over. Inhale down, and again. Inhale down, and then full one. Exhale, squeeze together. Inhale down, again. And one more. And release that down, and then swivel the legs round for a little bit of rotation. So just take your thicker block or an extra book to sit on. If anybody wants to borrow any of these blocks, I've got loads here if anybody needs them. I've got all my blocks from the cupboard, well, some of them are still in the cupboard. So if anybody just want to borrow a block, just let me know. As I have hundreds. Roll the shoulders, and then just take your ring. Just going to come into a little twist. So inhale, exhale 3 breaths. Mind you, I'm sure all you guys have probably got all your equipment now. Probably got into that. I think everybody's got rings, haven't they? That's good. So if you do go back to the hall, obviously I probably won't be able to lend equipment. Everybody will have to bring their own. But like I say, I've got some to borrow. But then I suppose you could do a long-term kind of lend. Just so you don't have to do all that disinfecting or what we have to do now. And then left side, 3 breaths. And the other side. Back to the left. And then back to centre. We do a little spine stretch forwards for the ring. So inhale, exhale, press the ring, drop the chin, coming forward. Inhale. And then exhale, loosen the ring and stack. So on the inhale, really breathe into the back of the rib cage. So inhale. Exhale, coming down. And again, breathe into the back of the ribs. Feel that space. And then exhale, stack back up. One more. Coming down. Inhale. Exhale. And then bring the legs back together. Bring us up onto the back. So we just do a little stretch out. So we'd use the rings. So just take the ball of the foot just on the paddy bit, and then your hands on the other paddy bit. Slide that leg down, or if that doesn't feel good, keep it bent. So if you slide it down and your back starts arching, you start tensing with your shoulders, etc., just bend that knee. It just means your hamstrings are probably a little tight. Sometimes I have to on one leg. So inhale, exhale, draw that back in towards you as you straighten and push into the heel. Inhaling. So if you can push into both heels, exhale. One more. And then hold on with the right hand and just take that out to the side. Getting into the inner thigh. Take your left hand on the outs on this hip. Just so that hip doesn't raise up. Keep that down. And then bring that back into centre. Change hands so it comes into the left hand. And then come slightly over first. So we get into the IT band. Outside of the hip. And then lift that hip up and go a little bit further over, so it gets into that lower back a little bit more. So again, just in that for the nose if you want to, or continue with your Pilates breathing. And then back to centre, changing over to the other side. Again, if you can, straighten with both legs and draw in on the exhale. Take your right hand on that hip to stop that raising up, and then just come out to the side, getting the inner thigh stretch. And then bring it up to centre, changing over to the other side. Outer thigh, outer hip. Breath in and out there, and then start to raise that hip off so we get a little bit more into that lower back. If that feels good, if it doesn't, pulling it back down. Let's go with your body. And then bring that all the way back to centre. Release the ring. Just a little stretch for the hip flexors. Actually, we're going to come onto our front, so over. It's a little bit easier to stretch the hip flexors in this position. So take the left leg forward. We're just going to round the back and just stretch the hamstring a little bit again this way. And then bend the knee and stretch the hip flexor. So bend the knee so it comes in line with the ankle, but leave that knee completely behind you. So we get into the hip flexor. And then take the hands inside this foot and bring the chest forward. So the chest towards the big toe. So you should feel a really good stretch here, front of the hip. Again, really good area to keep stretched, whatever you do, even if it's sitting, desk work, running, cycling, walking. The hip flexors really do need to be stretched because they get tight, they can pull a lot on the pelvis, causing a lot of lower back pain. And then bring that back in. Bring the right leg forward, lower the hamstring stretch. And bend that knee, inside of foot. Again, leave that hip, that knee behind and push the chest forward. And breath. And then release that back. Bring it back onto your shins. Oh, feel good after that, I must admit. So cool. So stiff. So all that standing. And then reach over. Mind you, saying that's better than sitting. Oh. I think you just got to do a bit of everything, haven't you? It's all in moderation. Too much of everything is not good. Anything is not good. Even too much Pilates and yoga, I would think wouldn't be too good if I did this all the time. At least I'm not doing it every day, all day. I wouldn't have the energy. And then just take the hands back on the thighs and just take the head over to the right side. And then take the chin down, over to the other side, and then a few rocks there. And back into centre. Thank you very much, everybody. Let me know how you got on. How you getting on with the classes, any questions you want to ask, anything you want to work on. Next time, if you want any requests, I'll let you know a little bit more information in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully we should be able to go back to the hall once a month, about starting June hopefully, but I'll know a little bit more in the next couple of weeks, so I'll let you know a bit in advance. Okay, thank you, see you soon.